Alrighty, folks. Well, good evening, and welcome to another session of our Astral Avenue Magdalena Blues. We've been off a week, but we are back with it. Your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by our trepidatious players this evening.
That's
I
you
like
and that's
that.
us.
That's
I'm
us.
scared.
Hello, Internet.
Expedalious.
Hello,
keep
Expialidocious.
saying that we're trepidatious, and I'm just like, I don't know that we're really that
No, it's
like
just a fun
anxious or
sounding
scared of what's going on.
Well, you should be.
I am
man, what are you
now.
gonna do? Kill me again?
Now I am.
Yeah. Well, speaking of should be anxious or scared, let's talk about what happened last time before we get into what is going to happen this time. Because they were very far from being trepidatious. But I just like saying that word.
Fear in my life.
You
Yeah,
were pretty brazen.
pretty
really.
brazen. So last time, though, after you guys arrived at the strange tree planet, took a rest on the platform that you teleported onto, hearing sounds in the distance. Throughout this respite, you were unbothered. Noises, though. But afterwards, you saw traces of something heading down through the branches of the thick vines. Plant life all around vivid and gargantuan. You followed the path, and occasionally broken branches and scrape marks to indicate whatever you were following passage down and away from the platform. Eventually, these tracks crossed paths with growths of star blooms, rare plants that Malcolm had only witnessed once. Wanting to go off tracks to follow these blooms, you did so and eventually saw a massive trunk of a tree, well, branch, rather. Essentially a trunk of a tree.
Right.
That these blooms were growing around. Specifically around a knot in the tree. And specifically within this knot was a small hole, just about arm's width. After inspecting, Malcolm's hand got stuck in the tree itself, and even trying to chop the tree to get into some substance that you could see within. This chopping and banging drew the attention of something. Several somethings. As a pack of hook whores descended upon you, ready to eat. About a dozen of them at the moment. And in this moment, Malcolm took a final chance to get whatever was in this hole. Some sort of amber that fused with his pistol artifact that immediately surged with celestial energy, creating a wall of fire separating you from many of these horrors. You got together and knocked several of these horrible creatures off of these branches so you could find a way to retreat. And seeing a path now through and down, that is where we're going to pick up. The wall of fire is burning behind you. And echo? That is where we pick up, yeah. You can hear dozens of these creatures approaching the area. You know you won't just have these small few to deal with for long. What are you doing in this moment? Who is
Skedaddle.
who is leading the way away?
Looks like the good doctor.
I mean, I like transported myself here.
Yeah, you're in the lead there. Oblate not far behind.
Yeah, I
Wait.
think Oblate was in the lead, and then Dr. Jellybean cut him in line. So
Yeah, Oblate and
She
Dr.
wanted to
Jellybean,
go
you
back
guys,
to-
you two are front facing at the moment. So what are you doing? You can hear these horrible noises behind you. The Libacock?
Libercar.
Yep, that's what you hear.
There it is.
Because they're French chicken things.
Hey, they're foreign.
Yeah. Oblate Jellybean.
Who's furthest behind?
It would
They're all
seem
kind of-
it would seem like Rythan and Tobias, I think, maybe are the furthest. I mean, you don't have to look at that map necessarily at this
Yeah.
moment.
They're
I
all
think it was
pretty close.
Yeah, you're all pretty close
Yeah.
together.
I was gonna say it's
Um,
probably myself and Tobias because we were
Yeah.
fighting one of them to
Yeah.
try and make more room.
Yeah, knocking them off and stuff.
So it's possible that we had to slow down and that Malcolm has gone past us, and now we're kind of
Yeah,
bringing
absolutely.
up the rear.
Absolutely.
I would probably either like shoot a fire bolt at that one that you're in combat with. Just
So
to
you're
try to,
remaining in
like,
combat with these creatures?
just to try to let them pass. Like, I'm far enough away, I feel like, where it's not going to come after me, just to kind of distract it for a moment to let them scurry.
Let us-
Less
Straight behind.
direct engagement and more suppressive fire.
Okay. Give me an intimidation check, Dr. Jellybean.
You got it, boss.
I will allow you to add your intelligence modifier instead.
Oh.
Because you're using
Okay.
your magic to be scary.
Yeah, as you start blasting off fire bolts towards these hook horrors as they are ganging up on your allies.
It'd be a +4
So it'll be-
instead of a +1.
It'll be -1 + 4. So it will be an 11. With an 11, they are still harassing Rythan and Tobias. Rythan and Tobias, I want both of you to give me dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Am I
You're both
aware
pretty
of the
good.
danger?
You are aware of the danger.
Okay, then I have advantage.
Hey,
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
that's pretty good.
Except that was a dex check. But
Yeah.
it's the same number.
And
I'm not
Tobias,
proficient in dex saves, so.
I'm gonna roll you a d20 because my thing's not loading real quick.
fair enough. And your
10.
dex is +5.
Yeah,
Are you proficient in dex
Okay.
saves?
I am not.
So
All right,
what
then
do you got, like, 12?
Tobias
You got a 13?
will take 10 points of slashing damage as they are not scared of Dr. Jellybean's fires. It's not enough to suppress them.
Fair.
Well, I am going to bolster and run. Let me use second wind and run. Right then, come on.
Okay, you and Rythan start just trying to bolt it. I guess you can both give me
Yeah.
athletics checks.
Sure, sounds great.
That sounds great. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep up the anger because I know we might get
Ooh,
fighting more.
yeah,
so
20.
yeah.
I'll roll one with advantage. And I'll do slightly less.
Yeah,
Or,
right
well,
then-
slightly more, but with slightly
No,
less.
slightly more, but yeah.
Yeah, Rythan still keeping angry. You start to outpace these creatures, but you can hear them from mostly above as they are descending upon you. As you're running along these giant branches. What do you guys
What
do?
I would like to do
Yes.
is create a fog cloud with my super sweet duster to sort of obscure us and what direction we're running
Absolutely.
in.
I'm going to say give me a stealth check at advantage.
Ooh.
As
Just to break line of sight.
I think this might be like the first time, at least in a long time, since you've used it from your jacket.
I didn't even know you could create a fog
Yeah,
cloud.
your
Yeah.
cloak just billows as this thick, dense fog just starts filling the area. You hear the click-clack of their beaks, almost as if they're trying to like echolocate, and the pounding of their giant hook hands. You feel as if this fog cloud might give you a semblance to escape. The fog cloud does stay centered on you, but you can still hear them close by. What do
Nice.
you do? Do you guys continue just moving, or are you trying to find somewhere to hide for now, or are you trying to outrun them, or what?
I think we'd be trying to outrun them, but there's like a lot of vines around.
There are tons of vines and flowers and these growths of, like, if it's in any kind of forest, it's here, except for a ground. You do not see the ground.
Right. So I'm imagining like we're going under trees with vines and stuff. So like as we're like got stuff chasing us, um, I'd probably shout, Rythan, start cutting the vines down above us and run past. And I'd slash at them as we run past. Imagine I do like a spinning flip in the air to try to like create like stuff for them to trip over.
All right. As Rythan kind of doing the same thing to start hacking at branches and stuff to kind of get sorry, weird cough thing there. Try and get in their way. I'm gonna say give me a.
I think, unlike him, because I have a little bit more strength, I'm probably trying to pull stuff down more than cut it,
Okay.
so that it'll actually stay together as like a vine and such.
Gotcha. So more
create
like
more of
like
an
like
actual-
tripwire kind of
Yeah,
effects.
I'm just kind of like trying to yank stuff that I can reach
Yeah.
easily.
I'll say because
Or
of
if I
the
could jump
fog
up and get
cloud,
you.
though, I would like a. It'll be athletics from Tobias, and I'd say Rythan, probably a perception check to try and find what you can grab to pull down.
Sure, makes sense.
And what is Malcolm doing during all this?
Okay, because I'm angry.
I was running. I was actually going to ask the creature that spawned and started grabbing them. Did it make a sound when
Nope.
when it spawned?
It was just all of a sudden tentacles were about, and it started pulling people.
Okay,
Perfect silence.
that's terrifying.
I mean, probably actually
Um,
made some amount of sound because it's like moving and stuff, but like,
Let me see.
14 is still a
Agreement.
failure, Tobias.
That's the highest I can make.
But
So I've got two options
my knife's
that I'm
bad.
thinking. And I haven't used this much, so I might need a little help with this. With minor illusion, I know I can create an image.
well, at the
I
moment you're
create-
you're in a fog cloud,
Okay.
so it's hard to see anything at the moment.
And
And in fact, Rythan is having a hard time. You start grabbing onto something, and yeah, something grabs back at Rythan. Rythan, I need you to give me a strength save.
strength save coming up, baby. Good thing I'm very strong and mad still.
Yeah, you quickly rip away as you're starting to run through these vines that actually start to animate. There are several of them that try to grab a hold of you, but you brush aside and power through it, just ripping the vines to get away from
Yeah,
you.
I'm gonna call out pretty much as soon as it happens to me, like, careful around the vines, they might grab back.
But Malcolm, what were you saying previously? There is still this fog cloud. You have it there for, I think, 10 minutes.
It's at least a minute. It's a minute or 10 minutes.
And that's moving with Oblate?
Yes.
With us?
Yes.
Okay.
So you have cover, if nothing else.
Right. What I was wondering is, you said that they were making kind of the click-clacks with their beak and like an attempt
Yes.
to echolocate through the fog. If I could mimic that sound and possibly like amplify it to throw them off.
Absolutely. Yeah, give me a deception check.
Let's see what we got here.
I'll give you advantage because I
Just-
like it.
I was gonna say, minor illusion also can either do a
do-
image or a sound.
Yeah, so I can do
Mhm.
yeah,
It can be the sound that you're doing.
absolutely.
Let's do a little deception.
Fog cloud lasts for up to an hour.
Jeez,
Wow.
that's so long
Ooh.
now.
With a nat 20, you would hear. Give me some Le Bacause for me.
There we go.
As you would hear that
Brilliant.
noise echoing throughout in different spaces. You're not sure what, like, if it's a language or what, but just the area, and the rest of you would hear this Le Bacause just filling the space of any noise. You can't even hear your own footsteps at this point.
Oh God, they're right behind us.
They're everywhere.
As that
They're in the trees, man.
incessant, horrible screech continues behind you. After about 15 or so minutes of traveling down, fog cloud all around, so it's hard to see. I do want everyone to give me an acrobatics check. Because this fog cloud does make it hard to see through. Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
Well,
Wow.
Here I come. That's not horrible.
That's pretty
Not
okay.
that great. It's not that great.
There we go. Even then, that's pretty good.
I beat you.
I would say with the
because
amount
you have
of
a normal roll attached to the back end of it.
I would say with the amount of nat 20s in that alone, you can easily kind of keep tight knit, grabbing hold of anyone if they start to slip, and forging your path downward. Eventually you would hear that chirping gone. Well, not gone completely. Just back
Just far away.
far away and above. There's still that fog all around you. Yeah.
Wait, are they not following us anymore because there's something more dangerous down in here?
Yeah, us. We're more dangerous.
Well,
We
yeah.
killed like 5 of them. In like 12 seconds.
I don't know. I think they almost had us. That was scary.
I mean, I'm not feeling too great.
I'm pretty
Are you okay,
hurt.
buddy?
Yeah,
You hurt
that's
really bad.
not our most graceful encounter with trees.
So was it
Not
worth
our
it
worst
to chop it
encounter
down?
with trees either, though.
I don't think we should chop down
Nope.
any more trees.
No more. No
Mm-mm.
more.
That's
Yeah,
my
I think we learned a very
scientific
important
opinion.
lesson. Well, there you go. She's the doctor.
Mm.
Arguably, we didn't
Ah.
chop down the tree, but I agree. We probably should stop.
Well, what do we do now?
I mean, does anyone recognize where we're at in relation to where we started?
Tobias is gonna look around real hard through the fog. No, buddy.
I can barely see with this fog is so thick.
Do you
Don't
want me
you
to
have-
turn the fog off?
Oh, Blake, don't you have like navigator stuff? Can't you figure it out? You're the captain.
Because I do have navigator's tools. Is that going to help on the ground?
You don't know until you try.
Well, where are we trying to navigate to?
Great question.
For that matter, where are we trying to navigate from?
Right.
I don't really have any cardinal directions here.
I see a little bit of branches through the fog. There's some other branches over there. There's some green ones and some blue ones.
You might even see some little glowing bits as you have descended. It does get darker down here.
Makes sense.
See the occasional bits of fungal growths along the branches and trees.
Okay.
Okay, what's our main objective here? We're on the planet by the swarm,
Uh-huh.
and what are we supposed to be doing?
Stopping Asner. Jonathan Asner.
Right. Okay.
I don't know who that is.
He's a bad
you're-
guy trying to destroy all the reality.
You're gonna hate him. Oh, what
Yeah,
a
that sounds pretty
little
bad. I live in reality.
Yeah. He's the worst.
He's ripping holes in reality. He said
That
he
sounds
couldn't
very
stop.
dangerous. Couldn't stop or wouldn't stop?
No, he said couldn't.
Can't stop, won't stop.
We met him
Interesting.
before he tried to kill us or have us killed.
He's the one who did this to me. Kind of. Just
Oh, I just assumed you were a race I'd never met.
I am now. I wasn't always. He's a bad guy.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
You don't remember a story about the solar dragon? Where we saved the president who was the solar dragon from... That's... Jonathan Asner was the one that trapped the solar dragon.
That sounds vaguely familiar,
Right.
but I have slept a couple of times since the last time I had to listen to you tell a story.
Well, you're not paying attention to every word we said. all the time. Every
No?
day. Oh.
Are you doing that to me?
Taking
Yeah.
notes of everything you say.
Everything I
Malcolm
can
is-
remember, I try to.
Drawing pictures at least.
Malcolm is, yeah.
Just have like a rough sketch of Rythan and then like a tree and a cloud and a question mark. Like tree god, maybe?
Be. So should we be looking for signs of like? So he's got a big ship, right? It's like a big mollusk.
It was a mollusk.
Maybe
Shiny,
we should be.
big.
Yes. If it's been here, I wonder if there would be signs of like a ship that had gone through some like broken branches, you know?
Didn't it just create like rifts? Like, didn't it just tear like a giant hole and like
Yeah,
saw it? Yeah.
Yeah.
you're right. I don't know.
What kind
The
of
grass that's
mollusk?
distraught.
That was kind of the whole thing it did, right? Project
Yeah.
Mollusk.
Yeah, Project Mollusk. That's where we met Good Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Wait,
the
did-
dog.
Does anyone
Yeah, he
remember what
remembers
the
the dog.
projection said of the
We left the
Eagle
dog
Boy?
yesterday.
Was yesterday?
What was that, buddy?
Yeah.
Does anybody remember what the Irococa, what Eagle Boy said in the projection before we came here? Is that
Kinda.
pertinent to our visit to this
I remember
planet?
that happened.
I don't remember,
Good
but
start.
Dr. Jellybean might remember.
I remember something about him saying that we wouldn't find it and he couldn't escape.
Is that what he said?
Something like that.
Man, that was
Just
one of those things that
Closer
when I
to
heard,
what he said.
I was like, I don't need to write that down. That is important enough to remember. Guess what, folks?
2 weeks later.
We definitely
Should have written it down.
That was like 3 weeks later now, 4 weeks almost. I remember okay-ish, but like, Rice is not the kind of guy to remember that stuff. So it's kind of just like,
I would say you do remember, like, he talked about closing what should have never been opened.
Mm.
He talked about
Yeah,
an,
he's
he
more like,
talked about an
I'm the
ancient
way it's
order, what they made and what they abandoned. Something about the past not resting forever. Some want to open the gateway, some want it sealed forever. He's also found what was left behind and that he was looking to understand the mirror above.
I think that's where we were, was the mirror above.
Man,
You could see the mirror from the platform.
said some real cryptic shit.
Not from the platform in the woods, from the
Yeah, from where the original one.
yeah,
The little,
Gazebo
The-
thing.
yeah.
yeah.
And the mirror was like floating like a little mini moon above this tree planet.
Neat.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was basically
So, yeah.
saying the cord is cut, the way is shut, the orb grows dim.
All right, figure out
I
something
like
that
that.
rhymes
That's
with
poetic.
dim.
Yeah, I don't think we could find our way. We just need to keep following the path till it leads us where we're supposed to go.
The path. There's
Would
so
you like
many.
to point at the path we're on?
2 questions. What path and where are we supposed to go?
I think we just keep going down.
That is a direction that we. Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
I don't have a better answer than that one.
Are we
Maybe-
so where we were before on the level that we were at before? There were paths. That's what we were following.
You were following a
Do we
trail of
see-
something. Not necessarily a
Right.
path, more just like tracks.
Something has been that way.
Yeah.
Right. Do we see any semblance of that where we are at currently?
Give me a perception check.
You know
Is
what?
the fog still
Huh.
going?
I thought you would never ask.
Is
can
the
I just
fog
stop
still...
concentrating?
You
on
can
the fog to
absolutely
make it go?
stop.
Okay.
Yeah, dismiss the fog.
No fog.
As the fog dissipates, Malcolm, you peer through the branches. It is darker here for your Hadozi eyes, but you swear maybe a few hundred feet down you would see some water, almost hear it, and you see what looks to be like some stone built into the sides of some of the trees around. Don't necessarily see a path, but you do see collapsed arches, like moss-covered terraces, carved
Okay.
monoliths.
Stone structures on an otherwise tree-y and viney planet.
Yep.
Seems worth investigating.
That's the closest I think we've seen to civilization, besides the gazebo.
So I'll obviously share that with everybody and suggest that maybe we head towards that.
That sounds good. I could use a rest after that fight.
I'd love to see a rock. Not being sarcastic, I would love to see a rock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Give it to me one more time.
I'd love to see a rock.
All right, I believe that one.
Is it like a big rock, a small rock? How big? More than one rock?
Yes.
Yes to all of those?
Yeah. Yeah, as Malcolm points them out, you can see, yeah, there's buildings or parts of buildings stuck into the sides of some of these trees as you get lower and lower.
Somewhere to take a short rest, maybe?
You can rest anywhere you want.
Well, I was thinking without.
Well, hopefully with some kind of safety.
Right.
Oh, you want to be safe while you rest. I can't help you there.
Ideally.
Right. Just take a little breather. Get our bearings.
I mean, let's see if there's somewhere to hide in the rocks.
All
To
right.
the rocks.
Onward.
As you climb down and a little bit over, you would all start to hear light lapping of water far beneath. Those of you with dark vision can see it a little easier. As you get to a point about 100 feet down. There is dark water. You can see light glowing algae below. But around here in these rock terraces carved directly into the trees. It's like vestiges of a lost area. Once mighty edifices, now broken, covered in moss and lichen. See a few different platforms, almost like probably a town or some sort of civilization. Pillars crumbling onto these platforms. They're not massive by any means, at least not compared to the giant tree limbs jutting out of beneath.
But they're still pretty big.
Yeah, I would say, some of these terraces are 20, 30 feet wide. Others are more broken, but there would be broken archways and small pillars here and there, railings that have crumbled. There's no doors going in anywhere and no walls. It's just open air structures.
You said the stones are kind of grown over?
Absolutely.
Or a lot of them are?
Yeah, very covered in moss and lichen and vines.
Does it seem more like the trees kind of grew around the stones? Basically kind of reclaiming this area?
Give me
or
a...
more like these stones were embedded into these things?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Not great at that, but I'll do it anyway.
Come on, you're amazing, Adam.
I mean, I roll for everything. We'll see what happens.
Hey, with a 16.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for me.
I would say it looks like the stone, the trees grew around the stones to kind of hold them in place almost. Like the trees parts were grown specifically
To hold them.
to hold them. Like this portion, like it sets perfectly into the tree to where it doesn't crumble. The structure is more sound.
This seems like a good place to rest for a minute. Try to figure out what's going on with all these pillars and everything.
As we get close to it, is it possible to determine how long it's been since anyone else has been there? Are there any signs of life?
Give me investigation check.
Okay.
Pretty good.
With a 20.
Yeah, that's pretty okay.
You would start to see small inscriptions into the stonework, into the tree that like it's connected to. And you realize like everything has been inscripted. All these inscriptions seem to reference some like astral order.
Does it kind of sound like what Eagle Boy was talking about or related to that in some way?
Possibly, yeah. It's this is ancient. This is, you don't see like footprints. You don't see you would notice like old broken tools underneath some of the rubble. Like old designs that like, you know, would prove that this, whoever was here, old as shit.
Are you talking like decades, centuries,
Centuries.
millennia? Okay.
Maybe millennia.
Minimum centuries. guys.
Minimum centuries.
Okay.
Okay.
Any of it legible, or is it more like the magic runes that were on the trees and stuff in the area? we're in
It's
before?
similar to the magic runes, but there are some actual scripture written in somewhat common. That's what references this astral order. Occasionally, I'd say with a 20 investigation, you might find one or two that reference a gateway.
Gateway.
This is
We got a
good.
Stargate on our hands, folks.
What's that, Malcolm? Is that one of the things the Federation uses?
Huh?
What?
What? You could read my thoughts.
Oh, you said that out
No,
loud.
you said that out loud.
Oh God, I haven't felt the same since the tree. Speaking of which, who looks the most effed up, if you will?
Dr.
Fine.
Jellybean and Oblate.
Mhm. They got the most messed up.
I would, when Dr. Jellybean is kind of investigating the text, the scripture, and whatnot, Malcolm would come over and just like lean over her shoulder, try to be reading, and just accidentally bump into her. And let's say, cure wounds happens. What do I cast that at? 9th level?
You-
Because it gives me the option.
Yeah.
Gives me the option. It's in the drop down.
You would
guys.
cast it at 4th level.
At 4th level.
She ain't gonna be hurting no more.
So, unbeknownst to both Malcolm and Dr. Jellybean, or I guess Dr. Jellybean would realize it.
You would feel this glow as
Plus charisma.
lights would kind of start shining in your wounds, Dr. Jellybean, as they quickly and rapidly seal shut.
Wow. I think I'd be like, when he bumped into me, I'd be like, oops, pardon me. And then I'd be like, what the heck is going on here?
I don't know. I don't know exactly what happened. I'm sorry.
You bumped into me, and then I felt a lot better. So thank you, and that's weird, though.
Yeah, the
But
feel
that's
better thing is the thing you do.
You made me feel way better than I've ever made anyone feel.
I'm sorry.
I'm confused by this, but I appreciate it.
I'm more confused than you are.
I'm sure you are. So that's interesting.
That's a
isn't
thing
it?
that happened.
Yeah. Huh.
Can you do it again?
I don't know. I can try.
Only if you want to.
Bump into him. Do it. Recreate the scene. You're walking
would-
along. You go, oopsies.
I would say, Oblate, you would have noticed when they bumped into each other with your passive perception being pretty high, that the pistol artifact thing that Malcolm carries did glow this amber hue when he bumped into Dr. Jellybean.
Wait, shoot me with your gun.
Yeah, your pistol thing was glowing there when you bumped into her.
Yeah, I promise that never happens.
Strange.
I can try it if you want to.
I think the healing is based on force. Like if you drop kick
Yeah,
them,
use
you're
your-
healing more.
No, I think you need to use your pistol thing on Oblate now.
He pistol whips me.
I think I'd hold it out towards him and be like, maybe try touching it first. I don't necessarily want to like pull a trigger at you or anything. And
Inflict
that
wounds.
happens. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
The opposite of cure wounds.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Inflict wounds. Oh wow, that
You
is
should
pretty
also do your charisma on it. I believe.
Oh, yeah.
The modifier for charisma ability, so +5.
Yeah.
That is a wondrous item you have there. Yeah,
Wow.
I don't know what's going
never-
on with it, but
It's never done this before.
Did something happen like in that tree back there?
I felt a little different after the second time that I stuck my hand in there. Not the time that I got stuck in there. I mean, I felt different that time, but for other reasons.
Can I try to like help? Like, can I look at it and you want me to try to figure out what's going on, or do you want it to remain a mystery? And this is your thing.
No, you're more than welcome to help me figure out what's happened.
Can I take a look at his artifact and try to see what's going on? Like,
Absolutely, yeah. Give
Magically.
me an Arcana check and a History check.
okay,
They're going to give you two different things.
Arcana
Boom. Pretty
Something.
good.
Okay,
Pretty good.
okay.
and
Nice, nice.
history.
That's
Not
good.
great.
You don't know much about like the historical aspects of this piece, but looking it over, it seems like it's been fused with some other new kind of more celestial magic.
Is there like a physical?
Yeah,
Evidence
so
of that?
so now it was this greenish kind of green and gold and like wood,
Mhm.
and now the green has taken on a marbled amber hue. So it still retains its previous sights, but it's like it's melded and shifted somehow.
I'll point that out to Malcolm. You're like, look at the amber, the marbling.
You're
Something
right,
happened
it's-
to it.
It has changed. Interesting.
Neat. I'm gonna keep looking at the rocks.
Tobias is
guy
getting
and his
comfy on a
rocks.
nice patch of moss somewhere. This
Absolutely.
is really comfy.
And I'm basically gonna just kind of try and like clear off one of these like pillars or whatever. Anywhere that had some of that writing.
Yeah.
Just try and see if there's more of it.
Yeah, I would say looking and uncovering, you can see faded inscriptions on the weathered stone that speak of this astral order. It talks about harnessing astral streams and the roots in the tree. But it's a lot of it's faded, so it's hard to glean any more information than that.
And it's all basically in common.
Basically, some you would see like in other languages that you might know, and it's just translation of the same thing in a different language.
Yeah, just Rosetta Stone style.
Yes.
Like here's the exact same thing.
Yeah. It would be in all like the
Okay.
root languages like Primordial, Sylvan, not the bad ones though.
None of the bad ones? Dang. No love for devils?
It's not written in Abyssal and Infernal,
What a bunch of nerds. They don't know how to party.
but it is in Celestial and things like that.
It's in Celestial, you said it's in Primordial?
Yeah, Draconic and Sylvan.
And Giant, I think is the other one?
Yeah, you would see Giant too.
I don't really know that much Giant, but
Yeah, it's same
Seen it
alphabet as
before.
Dwarven.
exactly. Same
Yeah.
rune. They spell completely different words that make no sense, but it's the same word letters.
I would say this is a good space for you guys to take a short rest, as there's this balcony overlooking, and you can again see the waters about 100 feet down. There'd be more stonework down there. It just it's heavier stones, and I would say, Oblate, with your passive perception again, you would see what looks to be pathways of stone sitting on the water, like almost resting, or like a road above the water line. Some of it half sunken in, other bits of it
We'll have to
less so.
investigate that and see if it's safe, and then see where it goes.
Tobias is all comfy on the moss. Are we not resting?
Oh, after we're done resting.
Take a break.
Oh. Yeah.
You can absolutely take a short rest here.
I'm all comfy on the moss. I just imagine, like, since it's a giant tree, the moss is like, yeah.
As you have a small break, you do occasionally hear a splash from below, or occasional cracking of trees above. The forest is still very much alive.
Well, that's.
But once you finish your short rest, what are you up to?
I'm following Oblate down. He said there's a path on the water. That sounds great. Let's try that.
Yeah, it might be safe, might not be safe. So we just need to kind of
safe.
investigate it a little bit and figure out what it is. And obviously, we won't know where it goes, but as long as there's no sea creatures that are going to get us, we want to be safe, or
In a
as safe as
tree?
we can.
You think there'd be sea monsters in a tree?
Who knows?
Those things back there.
That kind of made sense.
Yeah, well, there's water, so there's probably creatures in it.
Or at least there'll be creatures near it.
That's true. I'm gonna look around in the water too. While he's like investigating the bridge and everything. I'm gonna like kind of like dip my finger and my toes in the water and just
Okay,
kind of
so
like.
yeah, you guys climb down. It's 100 feet down. I wasn't sure if
not?
you guys were heading down or not.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, climbing down the branches, you would find ways to get onto this wide pathway, partially sunken into the waters that are dark and deep blue. Some of them, it definitely looks like it goes deeper than you would think, almost deceptively so. Bits of glowing orange mosses and algae kind of cling to some of the stone that is under the water. You would see pillars broken, some woodwork, almost like lampposts. Not necessarily lampposts, but maybe signposts. Petrified wood benches, covered in moss and growth themselves. And stonework. Very broken over, so it's hard, barely noticeable that it is actual stonework. Like, not buildings, but a semblance of walls. Mostly just looks like rock. But this road or pathway does have, like, almost like cobblestone. A little bigger. Like
How's the water
fieldstone. The water
As I dip my toes
is perfect temperature.
Oh, you guys got to try this. This feels great. And I sit down on the edge and kind of kick my feet in the water.
You might be attracting something over there, bud.
Yeah, what if
This
I
looks
throw
pretty deep.
a little piece of food in there first and we see what, if anything, comes up?
That'll definitely attract something if there is
I mean,
something.
if there's something in there, so can I like break off a little piece of ration or something?
Yeah.
Where'd you?
Tuck it. It's
You've been holding
no, it's a really old cupcake. Remember my cupcakes?
Throwing away one of your cupcakes?
It's a
No,
piece of
it's
the
just-
avocado. Remember we had the giant avocados?
Sure.
It's cupcake.
It could be an old dried cupcake that you wouldn't want to eat anymore.
No, I have like they're
There's
like
no
good-
such
The
thing.
Goodberry cupcakes, yeah.
I just want a little piece, not the whole thing. A little crumb, if
Okay.
you will.
Just a crumb.
As you toss a
So
crumb
rub the top of
a...
it and see if part of it falls off.
Yeah. Give me a... Actually, no check necessary. You would see like this weird three-eyed frog creature. Maybe about twice the, like pretty large toad-sized frog. Swim up and swallow it whole.
Okay, so
It's its
we
third
got
eye. Third eye kind of pops up over and starts looking at you all.
Hello, Mr. Frog Creature. I'll kick my feet in the water some more.
And he's gonna bite on your little toes in a second.
It's gonna get those dogs.
Then he's gonna become gigantic and then eat the rest of you.
Be Tobias two stubs.
But you would see that this pathway goes in many directions. Beneath this canopy, I'd say most of the branches do stay at least 20 feet above this pathway, and the tree trunk branches that are sticking up out of the water is still very visible. So it creates this very more than twilight. This darkened, serene landscape beneath here. Occasional lighting of some mushrooms that have grown nearby, or the luminescent algae in the water, kind of just dotting the landscape. You see blue plants, like blue leafy plants scattered about.
This might be arbitrary, but walk with me here. You know how different civilizations have different ways of building structures and things like that, and with Malcolm's background, could I make a history check to see if I have any knowledge of the way these structures are built, the way they're laid out, the stonework, anything like that, to see if I've got a touch point for any of this, like from my studies?
Yeah, give me a history check.
Okay. Should have done it earlier when we were first discovered the stonework. So
Within 11, I mean the road's got to go somewhere. Just you got to kind of choose a path, but it's hard. You're not necessarily sure about where they go. I'd say there's probably 3 different directions you can head here. You're kind of near crossroads. Where benches would be kind of set.
3 directions.
Is it a river? Is it a pool of water? I'm sorry if I missed that.
It's just wet. It's just water, like a swamp.
Okay.
Like it's kind of like
Gotcha.
crystalline clear blue,
So no like currents,
blue
discernible
color.
currents of any kind.
It doesn't seem like there is a current, but it doesn't seem
Yeah.
stagnant either. There'd be the occasional bubble of air plops up. So it's oxygenated water. It's not stagnant by any means. You don't see a film or anything on it.
You could breathe it. It's got oxygen in it.
Stick your face in it. Take a deep breath.
Well, maybe we can take some water because I know we're short on water.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, be a good
Gonna
idea.
have to probably boil it a couple
Yeah,
times maybe.
yeah,
I wouldn't
least
just
once.
drink it.
yeah.
It's not moving, so it's not particularly safe to drink.
I just said it wasn't stagnant though. I
It-
agree with the boiling.
I mean, there is like there's not a current,
There's a
but
frog in it.
there's a frog in it.
Yeah, he's pooping it. He's pooping in it for sure.
Little poo babies in your water. Not a
Mm.
good kind.
Fish fucking
Uh,
that. That's why I don't drink water.
True. So I usually stick to what's in here, except it's empty.
Mm-hmm. Because we're all like
Um,
empty water skins.
Yeah, pretty much. You said there was like signposts.
Yeah,
That
you
seem
see
to,
like
like-
some petrified wood kind of posts sticking up.
Kind of wanted to clean them off and see if they had any actual like signage on them. Like, you are here. This is where you're at.
Yeah, you go and
But they
Wipe-
called
A
it.
ball.
wipe one of them because at this kind of large crossroads area, you would see one is it's not like a descriptor.
He's typing at us.
I'm just gonna type it out for you.
Don't you be typing at us.
One direction
Man's
says incisus,
Incisus.
Mm.
Okay.
and it would be 90 kilometers. And the other one direction would be Balebo Harbor.
Balebo.
Harbor.
Okay.
And
Now
that
we're getting
is
somewhere.
2 kilometers.
It's not far.
2 kilometers.
Harbors have
That's
traffic. It's
Less than a
closer.
mile.
Civilization.
And the third would be scraped off, but it would say 38 kilometers.
Like it got damaged, or like somebody scratched it out.
Like, give me a investigation check.
Oh, that one's not there anymore.
Off
Could
the
I
map.
I
argue-
updated the sign. It's like,
Mm.
that town got
That was
raised.
gone. Could I argue for a survival?
Sure.
If not, I'll just roll an investigation. It's not that big deal. I just get actual points. And 11. Monster. Or 8 if it's just.
Hard to tell. It was covered up
Wait,
with moss or whatever.
Well, maybe we should check the harbor because it's not that far, and then
It's not that far.
if nothing is there, then we can check one of the other two.
Only thing to remember, guys, harbor similar to a port. We've been at Bub's before, and that didn't go that well. There are typically people at harbors,
True.
and we might be unwelcomed here, or we might be hailed as gods. Who knows? Just something
Or there
to
might
keep
be
in mind.
nobody. There could be nobody.
Might be
there.
nobody.
I'm gonna go with
We just-
nobody.
We might just want to approach, cautiously. I'll say.
It's a
Maybe.
city of those weird giant chickens we fought.
Oh, we
So
can handle that.
Maybe.
With the big
We'll just
hooks.
do the fog sound thing again. That worked out
Yeah.
great.
Well, we
After
gotta wait till
killed a bunch of them.
tomorrow morning. I can't do it again.
Oh no.
So I'll have to
Oh.
wait.
There you go.
Well, we're off to the harbor then. Until I will start skipping that way.
Don't skip. Just walk.
Are we taking the stone little pathway inside the water? Is that how we're getting there?
It doesn't
Goes
go
over
in
the
the.
water,
It goes
doesn't it?
over the water. It's like a land. It's
Land
bridge.
the
bridge.
water would lap up against it usually. Like so, it's
I
parts of it are
see.
sunken beneath the water, but for the most part, it's still pretty passable.
Okay.
If that's the direction it's supposed to go, yeah.
And it's
Off we go.
you would occasionally see lights from above, whatever's growing up there, or that kind of light luminescence from that you had seen when you were in the canopy. But nothing really grows at the center of the road. There's a little bit of moss between the stones, but nothing major. And notably, no tree branches that do come beneath 20 feet above this road as you start to walk along it. And it's not a terribly long walk, as it does wind between several of these massive tree trunk branches sticking up out of the water. Occasionally you would hear noises and gurgling from the water. And it kind of creates this like I would say similar to how when it snows, or if you're in a cave, that's big, like sound travels weirdly here and across greater distances, but it's still kind of muted in some fashion. So it does travel, but it's slightly distorted and muted. And eventually, not too long, and beneath the branches, the road leads to what could be called a quiet harbor. But honestly, it's more of a drowned remnant of ancient glory. Here you can see water lapping up against some walls of what might have been a dock. Water softly lit by the phosphorescent algae as you'd seen along your walk. You just hear this gentle murmur. Most of the space here ahead of you has been sunken beneath the waters. See the occasional rock, possibly slightly like buildings, or at least walls, semblance of a society or community here. But you'd see some rune stones at the edge of this, near the edge of this water. There's like a massive rock kind of jutting behind this broken rune stone structure. You would see benches here as well. Doesn't look like a harbor anymore. More looks just like sunken half ruins.
So
there
nobody's
any-
here.
Good. Are there any signs that basically point back towards the way we came? Because it might tell us where we were. Or what they
There
call
would
it.
be no signage here.
Hmm.
We'd say it's probably about 2 kilometers. You would start hearing this loud thudding of something hitting stone.
What's that noise? How far away is it?
It's a loud thudding.
It's one of those areas where it's hard to discern what direction and distance because of the way noise travels here. Could be far away, could be close.
I think we should fan out, see where it's coming from.
Split up and look for clues.
Split up.
All right, Scooby-Doo,
We
let's calm
definitely should
down.
not do that.
We're gonna see each other. It's out in the open of these ruins.
Okay.
Don't like it.
We can be 10 feet apart, no more than that.
It is
Like-
pretty dark down here.
Should I light a torch? Like, is it that dark?
It's not like dark. There is still light luminescence coming from above, and the occasional glowing mushrooms, like letting off little bits of dust that illuminate the area. So it's not pitch black by any means, but it is very dim.
All right, spread out and look for stuff.
Spread out.
Is everybody spread out?
Slightly
Yeah,
spread out.
I
Stay
like
with
the I
it.
like the 10. I like the search and rescue 10-foot
10
idea.
feet.
Yeah.
So we're gonna dragnet.
Yeah.
We going towards the water or away?
It's kind of hard to be away from the water because the water is like most of the space is sunken in the water. So you're
Fair. I guess I should have meant, are we going into or are we just gonna go back?
What?
I
Don't
guess it
know.
depends.
You mean go back to the way we came?
I mean, if we don't find anything, yeah, we'll just go back and then.
I mean, we didn't hear the thudding on stone on our way here, so it would seem like it would be approaching from a different direction.
Maybe. Who can say?
I
We'll
feel
find
like
out
there's
shortly.
one of us that could say, but it's the DM.
Right.
He's not a person.
Just tell us.
DMs aren't
Tell us-
real.
The
Tell us what it
entity.
is.
Sure, let's
Okay.
We're dragnetting it. Yeah.
go.
Spread out 10 feet.
Who wants to be on the ends?
Oh, I'll take it in.
Not
That sounds
me.
fun.
I'll take an end.
I'll get picked off so quick.
Just put Dr. Jellybean in the middle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you want Tobias or Oblate? Malcolm.
Yeah. I'll take Oblate.
Okay.
Where are we going?
No offense to bias.
Oh, none taken.
I'll take Tobias. You stay on. Keep your eye on me. Don't let me get picked off.
You're in the middle. You're between Rythan and I.
Yeah.
All right.
That
Fine,
doesn't
Dr.
doesn't
Moore.
mean that you're safe. That's just where you are. I just
Just-
wanted
yeah,
you to
like,
be
that's
aware.
Just
And if you
attack.
get in,
Yeah.
don't worry. I'll save you like I did those other times if something bad
Okay.
happens.
All right. Thank you.
Except that one time where he got possessed and tried to kill all of us.
That's what. It's fine. That's fine.
You're never gonna let that go. It wasn't my fault, and I didn't
I
kill
know,
it.
Look,
Yeah.
I mean, what are the odds that it happens a second time?
It's like getting struck by lightning twice.
Right.
Except being struck once increases your odds.
It's
So it's exactly like being struck by lightning.
Well,
They found the chip in the armor, so now
Yeah.
it's always exploitable.
as you branch out and split up
I
slightly,
get it, because we're in a tree.
I think that's actually the name of the episode. But yeah, or last episode, I don't remember.
Was branching out?
Yeah,
Something like that.
That's
This
as
one's gonna be
you're
called Dragnet.
as you're dragnetting it, I would say you can easily make out nearby there is most of what's left of possibly a building carved out of one piece of stone covered in moss and lichen. There would be a large circle dais next to it. And it's right at the edge of the water as it sinks down beneath. That thudding would be louder here, though. Seems like it's coming from above the building and a little further away. But you don't see like an entrance to this building.
Spread out. Look for an entrance.
Spread out more?
Why don't we just go around the building?
Yeah, we'll just go around.
You can only
that.
see one face of it, as most of it is over water. Unless you want to go for a swim.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Can someone do a little floaty teleport thing? Don't you, Dr. Jellybean, don't you have like a disc or something we could stand on?
Yes. In theory. It follows me, though, so I don't know if I can be on it.
Well, just
Can
swim in
I
then. Thank you. Just kidding. You know, this
Could I... How could I do it?
You swim and we all ride on the disc.
We all stay dry and you swim. What
we
if
could hold you ahead of the disc over the water, sort of like a dangling a carrot on a stick.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
And the
like, what
disc will just
if
dry.
I take a step forward and we're holding you far enough forward, it'll move to follow you.
Would say
Right.
Oblate,
That'll
you
work.
would see a little overhang. Not necessarily an entrance, but like a divot underneath what looks like what might have been a roof, 10 feet above the ground here. Like a little roof that goes in like 10 feet into this structure.
Like a
But
balcony.
it's opposite. Like a small cave that goes in 10 feet.
Oh.
An overhang of stone.
Like a built-in.
Yes,
There's an overhang.
it is right at the edge of the water.
We don't have
Well,
to
we
get
could might get our feet wet, but we can get in there and root around, see what's going on. Might be the only entrance. If it is an entrance.
Who wants to go first?
I can go.
Tobias is
Well,
already climbing the wall towards the...
You're climbing the wall?
I got you. Like going towards this divot.
You
So
said the
it's-
divot's about 10 feet up?
No, the ceiling of it is 10 feet up. It's just
Oh.
Okay, so it, like,
it's just a small hole in the. It's like a cave. It's just a cave.
Okay.
It's
I was thinking more of it being up, and then we could see that it kind of went in. But
Right.
That's
you're
what
saying
I'm
it's
This
basically
is better.
it's just
Even
right in
easier,
front of
we'll
you.
just walk.
Like yeah, it's right there. I mean, it's just it's an overhang of stone.
Ah.
yeah, it's got a.
Is
That-
it dark in there is my biggest question.
Yeah, it's dark in there, but it only goes in 10 feet, so you can see a little bit inside.
Okay.
But it might have a door in it, in the part you can't see. Or something that goes bump in the night.
Nah.
Whatever time it is.
This is good. I bet there's something good in here.
This is good. This is good.
We're gonna find some good information. This device
Someone's
is
getting
just...
hurt. For sure.
I'm glad you guys are optimistic.
There he goes. All right.
After everything we've survived, it's kind of hard not to be optimistic, buddy.
As he says that,
Not
Oblate,
wrong.
Oblate, you would hear some
Some-
splashing in the water nearby.
Oh,
Some
great.
would argue it should make it harder.
Is it
Didn't one of your friends die recently?
Yeah, that was sad.
We miss him. Every day we miss him.
I'm just saying, like, didn't he not survive then?
but we did.
Right.
Oh,
Most of
Due to
us
his
survived.
sacrifice.
we're one of those.
This is
groups.
martyrdom.
Got it. Never mind.
We have the opposite of survivor's guilt. Like
Survivor's joy.
Yeah.
Um, with the
It wasn't
splish splashing
me.
in the
We
water,
embellish in our survival.
can I happen to turn to see what it is quickly enough?
Give me a perception check.
Ooh.
No, it's gone. Whatever it is.
Hmm. Maybe it was the
Did it-
frog.
Did it sound like a big splash? Like,
Yeah.
would I be able to perceive
Yeah,
how big
yeah.
or small it was?
Bigger than you.
Yeah, guys, we might want to be very careful going over here because the cave is pretty close to the water. And that seemed like a big creature or thing. I don't know. It could have been a rock falling, but who knows?
Guys, if Oblate is being apprehensive, we should listen.
I agree, buddy. I'll go first.
He's the captain, after all.
Well, do you see in the dark?
It's 10 feet in.
Maybe
You
someone that
can
can-
can see into the cave. Okay. It
Okay.
maybe not even 10 feet. It goes like 5 or 7 feet in. Like it's just a lip.
Unless
So
that's an optical illusion of the
It's
darkness.
a trick. It's a DM trick. Don't fall for it. He wants you in that cave.
Actually, a
going
mimic.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole cave is a mimic. The whole planet, actually, one giant mimic.
We're going in.
Ooh.
We're going in.
Mimicry. One of my favorite cities.
as you head in, or start to head in that direction to go in, two things would happen. You would see the source of the loud thudding. A massive humanoid, giant person thing.
Would you call it a giant?
I would call it a giant.
Okay.
With
Just want to make
a,
sure we're on the same page.
oh, I mean, humanoid in shape. But they are massive.
Okay.
Standing about 20 feet tall, hammering a stone club into the roof of this building nearby. As you cross the corner, you would see these weird growths start bubbling on his back and his arms as his head turns towards you. And all you would see is just this flash of one of his eyes, as the other one seems to be busted shut. Or maybe never there.
Oh.
In that exact moment, you would hear a splash as tentacles reach out towards Oblate and Tobias. Oblate getting a 20. Tobias getting an 18.
That grabs, yeah.
That got me.
As
Maybe
Malcolm
they're not trying to
and
grab, maybe they're trying to
Rythan
tickle.
and Dr. Jellybean would see this three-tentacled, three-legged creature, just swamp mass with a huge mouth that opens three ways.
Three
With
seems a very popular number for it.
hundreds of teeth within,
It's
shamble,
like 300 teeth.
probably 300 teeth, shamble
If I just
up
had to count real quick.
and grab a hold of both Oblate and Tobias.
Oh no.
Oblate,
Told
you
you there
will
was
take
something in the water.
11 points of damage. Tobias, you will take 13 points of piercing damage as you are both grappled by this creature.
I'm gonna assume I
No.
can't use a deflection.
You
Sure,
absolutely,
I'm
absolutely
caught.
can. Yeah, you can definitely use a deflection. Why not?
I wasn't sure if I'd be caught off guard or whatnot, but whoops. Let me just.
Dang, boy.
You do deflect all of it as you quickly dodge away, pushing the tentacle away. Tobias gets
2d8
wrapped up.
deflection? Dang, that's sick.
Oh no, that's your deflect attack, so it should be 1d10, but it's plus like 14.
It's like
Plus 11. So you'll see it
wisdom
under your
plus-
reaction name. Like, scroll down in the combat tab.
Yeah, I think that's what you do back to
There's
him if you-
Yeah,
there's
you're right.
there's no way
1d10
you don't
plus
deflect all of it.
11.
Yeah.
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 My bad.
14.
As you deflect it, I will bring you guys to a map and we will go ahead and roll
We're
initiative.
going to a map.
It's the map.
Oh man, it is dark down here.
It's not that bad.
Well, you have
This is
dark
kinda
vision.
Can you not see?
Oh, this is really pretty. This is kind of what I was imagining.
But yeah. As we're rolling initiative here, folks, we are going to go ahead and take our little 5-10 minute break. So stay tuned. Stick around. We'll be back in a few.
See you shortly.
Alrighty, folks. Welcome back to it. Last we left off, our troop in this undergrowth in the sunken stone pathway traversed around to a... Oh boy, what did we call it? A bay? Not a bay.
What?
A harbor. I forgot the name of harbor for a second there.
Like Benabo
That's
Harbor.
right. It happens.
Yeah, as
it
they
should've been Benabo
approached
Bay
this
because-
harbor, half of everything was sunken beneath the waters. Ruins and just old stonework that has been reclaimed. A little bit of illumination from above and a little bit from some of the plant life around. Trying to find a way in this building, assaulted by an Odiug, and seeing a large giant folk nearby with a flashing eye. We are in combat. We are in the stuff as Tobias is lifted up by one of these tentacles.
Yeah, it's got me.
Oblate, you are up.
I'm going to. I'm not grappled, right? Since I deflected.
You
the
are
attack?
not. You block the tentacle away.
Perfect. I'll whip out my pistol, and I'm gonna take a couple shots at the tentacle that's got Tobias in hopes that it'll let him go.
Okay. Shooting
I
at
will-
the tentacle.
Bonus action Kinsai shot,
Okay.
and then take my first pistol shot.
23 absolutely hits.
Get wrecked.
Takes 18 points of damage. Yeah, I'll say you you blast into the tentacle that throbs around, starts flailing Tobias around. It's loose, but it's still there.
Loosey goosey. All right, I'll shoot it again.
All right.
Wow.
12 misses.
Thanks, advantage. That would be all I can do.
All right.
I'll stand my ground.
Stand your ground there. That will take us to Rythan.
Yeah,
I would
let's see
say
if it's
Rythan
far
in this
away.
moment, you would actually notice a second Odiug.
Oh
Ooh, the
no!
other way? Nice. I'll just go deal with that one then.
That starts to splash up, hearing this commotion.
We've got additional company. And I'm just gonna rage and move.
All right. As you rage and trample up to this wet, horrible smelling creature. And getting close to it, it smells horrible. Its breath, as it's opening up its mouth, its tri-maw, it smells like death. Like death.
Oh, that's rough. Okay. Let's hit it with an axe.
All right. Gonna axe it a question.
Give it the good old fashioned. Does a 25 hit?
A 25 absolutely hits.
Oh, thank God.
For
Bang.
maximum damage. 21 points damage. You axe goes right into it. It lets out a horrible screeching, slurping noise as it starts snapping its maw towards you.
But it's still moving. So
It is
let's hit
very
again.
much moving. Ooh, that was so close.
19.
19 will hit.
Great. We'll do less impressive damage.
All right, for 14 more, start hacking into its tentacles, whirling around. Anything else for Rythan?
I hit it. I warned him that there was one over here. No, I think I've done all my due diligence.
All right, that will
Whatever
take
happens
us,
to them now.
taking us to Tobias. Tobias, I would say Tobias and Oblate are the only ones that have seen this giant folk creature down there as well. But Tobias, you are up.
Tobias is grappled. He pulls his short sword and starts stabbing into it.
Okay,
I just imagine it's got me by the feet and I'm being flung around. I'm like, no,
absolutely.
get off!
It's the, what is that, lurker beneath whatever. Lord of the Rings one.
Alright. Yeah.
Watcher.
So here goes.
The fake Kraken.
Yeah. An
Ah!
11's going to be a miss. You try and stab out, you're being flung around. 20's going to be a hit. And I have a question. Are you trying to attack what's grappling you or the creature itself?
The tentacle.
Okay. Stabbing out with a 9, the tentacle drops off as it's still grappled onto your leg, but you drop onto the ground there.
Alright, I'm going to stand up
Get up and stand up.
and yeah, why not? Let's I'm going to create a devil of Tobias
Okay.
right in its face, and then that is going to actually attack the creature.
Double right in its face, attacking the creature.
Yeah,
All right. Going with the offhand.
my offhand attack.
It won't be at advantage
Right.
because you technically didn't hit the creature, so an 11 is going to be a miss.
And that will be it for me.
That will take us to Malcolm. This one only has 2 tentacles now, though.
Oh, hey. Look at that. I'm gonna do something to play with some new things, and I'm gonna take my pistol out and kind of aim it in this general direction towards this guy, but obviously Dr. Jellybean, Oblate, and Tobias are in range. And just kind of talking out loud to myself, I'm gonna say, I hope we get through this. And cast Bless.
Oh. As the pistol first shoots out this light for a moment and then quickly whirls around. You can't get Rythan.
Yeah, I was like, I'm too far
Rapping,
away.
yeah.
But you can get everyone in.
He would have to move away. He includes
Not
himself,
far.
I think.
You can include
Not far
yourself,
enough.
yeah.
Can I get... If I
he
move,
shifts,
can I
I
get
don't actually know.
Rythan?
If you move,
Because it
It's
says you
30
bless
feet,
up to
right?
3 creatures, but I'm guessing that's because it's first level. But if I do it at 4th level, that increases.
Yes.
Yep.
yeah, right there.
Rules. I haven't added it.
Yeah. You can absolutely kind of back up a little bit as you
And just
blast
take a
this
shot.
pistol. And just tendrils of light shoot out to each of you, kind of bolstering everything you do.
Nice.
I like
Sick.
it. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
I don't know that I have that on my sheet.
I don't
anywhere.
think so, because I didn't make a... Because we didn't have a bless boy.
Because I'm not blessed anymore.
Yeah.
And then bless
Hashtag-
boy.
No hashtag.
Fragile, File, Spirito Sante.
Espiritu Santo. Yeah.
Anything else for Malcolm?
You know what? Because I don't think I know what all my bonus actions are yet. And they're spells anyway, and I don't want to burn 2 in one go. I'm going to say no.
All
That's it
right.
for me.
Fair.
That will take us to the Odiug. This thing, with only 2 tentacles now, will try to... it's gonna try to bite the duplicate. Getting a 22 to hit.
As it pops.
As the duplicate pops away, its other 2 tentacles reach out towards Oblate. Getting a 21 to hit.
It hits, but I will.
Try and deflect it.
As you try to
Deflect
deflect it,
low.
it does 17 points of piercing damage.
Ooh, you have to actually make a roll.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
jeez.
the rolls matter.
Let me get a 6.
It's not like whose line is it anyway.
Ooh, you got a
So-
7. That's a failure. We wanted a 6. No, yeah, you overestimated. No, you quickly push away that tentacle or dodge around it as the other one shoots out towards... I was close. Tobias getting a 13.
So I dodges it.
As you dodge out of the way, the other one will try to first bite out at Rythan,
Do it.
getting a 14 to hit.
That misses.
Then it's going to try to pick you up with one of its tentacles as this maw snaps next
Do
to
it.
you. A tentacle getting a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
As it picks you up in its grasp, it starts charging out towards where the light came from, taking you with it,
Oh.
and reaches a tentacle out towards Malcolm.
No,
So-
no, I'm not here.
Malcolm getting a 17 to hit.
That's going to be a hit.
As one of its tentacles quickly picks you up as well. I forgot to roll the damage for the tentacle against Rythan. Rythan, you will take 14 points of piercing damage, reduced to 7 because you are raging.
Alright, I've taken 1. I have 1 temporary HP left.
Malcolm, you take 12 piercing damage.
I'm gonna Hadozi.
As you use your resilience to not take as much damage as you did take. We'll also need a Constitution saving throw
Can he reduce it to 0?
to maintain bless. No, he can't. Not with it. Hadozi resilience is like a D8, D6.
It's D6 plus proficiency bonus.
So plus
that's
3.
6.
Yeah, so 6. So you still take 6 points, yeah.
6 points. Okay.
And
And concentrate. What'd you say?
yeah, concentration check. Constitution save.
Constitution.
Which will have bless on it.
Which
because
will
you're
have bless on it because you are blessed.
Because I am
Right.
blessed.
Because you are blessed amongst his
Hashtag
people.
bless. Constitution.
Great thing about bless, if you bless yourself, you get it too.
Are you?
Oof.
Oh.
Ow.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
You literally needed like anything above that.
I know, right?
Well, you needed 2 above that.
Well.
The odds were stacked in your favor, but somehow this thing kind of conks your
Still
head up
failed.
against the ground as it picks you up. And
Can I spend my inspiration on him? up to you.
I'll
You're the
to
boss.
do it with no bless.
Okay. Better. I mean, we either don't get blessed or we don't get blessed. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
I don't care about
Yeah,
my
so
inspiration.
Malcolm-
Roll again, buddy.
Roll again, but no bless on that.
Constitution saving throw, no bless.
No bless. That's right.
Roger that.
Easy.
Done. You
Boom.
maintain the bless, which will take us to Dr.
Bless
Jellybean.
back on.
Bless never left.
Thank
baby.
you, Ratham.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I'm kind of in the middle of all of this going, huh? What? Oh, no. I see that this one just really fucked up some of my friends. And, do they have eyes? Not
No,
my friends.
they don't have eyes.
creature. They don't have eyes.
Yeah.
You would think they would have 3, but they have none.
They have none eyes. Okay.
I don't know what Malcolm said because he muted himself. I could see him talking.
Yeah, no, I was like, why do I have temporary hit points? That's where the 6 came out of. Hang on, let me delete those and redo that. So I'm good. now.
You might have gotten them from me last time I raged,
Which they
yeah,
would be
I
gone.
think that's probably what
Yeah.
it was.
but they
yeah.
go away when I stop raging.
I knew they were gone, but I was like, wait, that health looks the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right, fixed now. I'm good.
Dr. Jellybean.
No, it changes my plans.
Say more, fam.
Say less.
Does anyone say more? Yeah, Dr. Jellybean, you're in between these guys. Changing your plans. Gotta think on your feet, apparently.
Apparently so. Okay.
I'm fine. Worry about them.
I don't think anyone's fine. Nobody's fine. Okay. I will shoot some magic missiles at this one right here.
Okay.
And here I go.
For 5, 2. You going with level 1?
Yeah, just
And
level
2
1.
for 9 points of damage as these missiles dart into it, just kind of piercing into its skin slightly. Anything else for Dr. Jellybean?
And you're sure they don't have eyes?
I'm like 98.9% repeating.
That's pretty
Repeating the
high,
course.
but it's not 100.
So there's
They
there's
see it somehow.
doubts. Yeah, they see.
Oh, you know what? One of the tentacles has eyes on it. That's how they see.
Hey.
There you
Alright,
go. I'm
well,
sorry.
good.
I lied. They do have eyes. One of the tentacles has
Have eyes.
one of the tentacles has 3 eyes on it.
All right.
Oh right,
The
I
eyes
forgot
are
they're
just-
abominations against nature. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Okay. I'm staying where I am. Well, actually, am I?
I don't know. Are
I'm
you?
gonna move. I'm gonna move a little bit this way. This way. Ah!
As you run away, you hear the stomping of loud feet and a quick pause in that as slamming onto the ground over here above this archway. This cave, I'm not good at describing what that is, but it is what it is. That lip.
Like a ledge.
And you would just see this thing, the ledge, you see this thing smiling as its eye flashes out towards... Somebody just used magic. Eye flashes out towards Dr. Jellybean. Dr. Jellybean and a wisdom saving throw.
Derison.
With bless.
With
Yes,
bless.
you have bless.
Yep, I have bless marked. Come on, go back.
Just roll well. No big deal.
Wisdom. Yeah, just roll the right number.
As it
and
kind
then you'll
of
be
mumbles under its breath.
fine.
Well,
Hey.
you do have
I have
advantage. Yeah. For 28. Yeah, you avoid most of it, but you do still take 10 points of psychic damage. As it looks out towards you, it quickly mutters under its breath. Ugura Wiwi. And looks down towards Oblate and Tobias. Although Tobias, you are only one in range. As its club wails.
The wee bad?
Yep, Ugura Wiwi.
Look, when you don't want a wee wee, it's bad.
Its club, long arm stretches out. You can almost see the sinews of its arm stretch as it wails down its club on Tobias, getting a 28 to hit.
Yes.
Don't like that.
Titus
Oh
looks
my
up.
God.
Oh no.
Tobias, you take 27 points of bludgeoning damage as just this
Eesh.
loud thud.
Ow.
Oh, no.
Ogura Shishi. And that's what it'll
Got a
say.
shishi and a
Shishi.
wee wee.
Ogura Shishi and Pee. That's speaking some form of language.
It's some sort of Elvish. I can't read it.
Yeah. Which will take us to Oblate, as Tobias just got smacked hard by this long stone petrified wood club.
Yeah, I'm gonna wee wee. Maybe.
Ogura Wee Wee
Maybe some
I just
shishi.
got wee-weed.
and Shishi.
What am I gonna do?
See, the thing
It's
is,
big.
when you're making fake language, you have to make sure you're not saying real words, because so you make up dumb words like pee and wee wee.
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna run towards this creature because I already forgot its name. I'm gonna run towards this thing.
Well, he never named it.
Yeah,
with
He's
a
probably like a Greg.
the two tentacled, three-legged, three-mouthed creature. Yes.
I'm gonna go in with a just a flying knee to its, I don't know, the side of its head or something.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely.
See if that hits.
It does.
Nice. All right. Go ahead and get the damage on that. Activate my agile parry. And then, because I can do it, I'm gonna shoot him point blank.
Yeah. When in Rome, shoot monsters in the face.
That's what the Romans were known for.
20 will hit. Yep, known for
Favorite
shooting
bullfighter.
in the face, not stabbing in the back. Surely.
Et tu, Brutus?
That's what I was thinking.
For 7 points of damage as you just blast it in the face.
And
Some teeth go
then-
flying.
I'm gonna spend one of my focus points for flurry of blows.
Alright.
It's a bonus action. The first attack, I'm guessing, gets advantage because of the Vex.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Let's
And
see a
hit points.
20.
A 14 hits.
Surprising.
Big,
deserve
ungainly creatures.
And I'll re-roll the
Oh,
damage.
Reroll that. Tavern Brawler.
Much better.
Much better for 11 points of damage.
And then the last attack.
For that blowing flurry. 14, we've learned, hits.
Just going for exactsies now. You're like, I don't need extra.
Yeah.
work.
Yep.
Right.
You don't want to go over.
Minimal effort.
12 points of bludgeoning damage to it, just pummeling into this creature as its maw is snapping out towards you. Anything else for Oblate?
No, I was hoping that was going to kill it, but that
These
was,
are tough,
wishful
hardy
thinking.
mud creatures.
Yeah,
I mean, you
okay.
did more damage than I did to mine.
But you had less attacks, but that's okay.
Yeah, but that's how you make up for that.
That
you get more attacks.
that will take us to Rythan, who is being grappled by this thing's arm as it's trying to pull you closer into its mouth.
Can I reach it with my axe from
Yeah,
here? Or
absolutely,
Can
yeah.
I only reach the tentacle?
You can
Okay,
reach it.
Great. I'll let it pull me closer because I gotta kill it.
Yeah.
I can't kill it from far away, so no big deal. So yeah, it draws me in a little bit. And it's like, "Dem you musst dem toten." And I'm just gonna hit it really hard, hopefully.
Did you say the moon loves Tim Burton?
Yeah, was
Not
that
even
the-
close.
I think
that
it's
was
the other way
beginning of,
around.
like a Offspring or Chumbawamba song, wasn't it?
What?
No, it was literally just German.
Oh,
Same thing.
I said der Mule Monster Toten.
18 hits. You definitely toting that monster.
For anybody who wants to know, I called it a trash monster, and I said it would die.
Take 10 points of slashing damage. You carve into like the lip around its teeth, but some of the teeth, it just reveals more teeth.
Makes
yeah,
sense.
I don't
Trash.
know. I feel like you said you wish you had a mule and you were toting that monster. I'm pretty sure that's a direct translation.
Twin will also just kind of wailing around, not going reckless.
Nope,
These guys
don't
are
need to,
easy
I'm
to
blessed
hit. You don't need to. 13 damage. Anything else for right then?
We did that. Am I? Actually, I don't know if I'm close enough. If it moved me close enough. No, he's too far away. I will not
Aw.
grant. Yeah, you're slightly too far away for me to grant you protection.
Don't tell me what you were gonna do. Don't tease me.
That will
like
take us to Tobias, who just got whacked by something above you.
Yeah. You said it's 10 feet up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in a bad position.
As you can all see the
Okay.
creature now as it towers over this space here.
There's no good way to do this. I will create a duplicate of myself
Okay.
up here. It's good. Yeah, there. And that duplicate is going to attack.
Is that duplicate just balancing on the ledge, whirls out
Yeah.
against this creature? Yeah, absolutely.
Just spins in circles. That's what your character does, right?
A 28 will hit. Surprise. We'll take
And then
8 points of piercing.
I'm going to do it again.
What? No way.
He just keeps spinning.
Yeah,
20,
keeps
26 also for sure hits.
And then offhand attack with the sunsaw.
You have any words left in the sunsaw?
Don't.
I think it's like 1.
17 does definitely hit him.
But maybe you must have used it.
I did use it.
8 more.
8. And then I'm going to action surge.
Yeah, do it all again.
Do it all again.
Do it all again.
But this one won't be with advantage, so. Short sword.
All right, 2 short sword stabbings definitely hit. 9 more. This is death by 1,000 cuts here.
Yeah, trying to take its attention to my shadow rather than me.
It will absolutely have its attention. 19 also
moment.
hits for a moment.
Hey, I'll take a moment because right now
10 more. As it's just
realize
making
that-
these little cuts into it, occasionally popping into these pustules of multicolored liquid. They're not. It's not pus. Like some of them like drain more like oily liquid, multicolored rainbows.
Just
Gross.
makes it feel better.
The rainbows don't make you
That's
feel
it,
better.
That I don't feel like I can move at all. I feel like I'm stuck because I'm just like,
That will take us to Malcolm, who is also stuck.
No. I'm not stuck. It's stuck. It's here with me. It's locked in here with me. That's the thing, right?
right.
Just hit it.
Excuse me. No, I'm gonna listen.
Just kill it.
It's a new Malcolm, new day, baby. We're trying new things. We're shaking
Okay,
things up
okay.
a bit.
Moving and
Burn it with
shaking.
your holy light.
Yeah, I'm gonna shocking grasp the tentacle that is holding me.
Okay, grab out onto that tentacle with your hand electrifies with this white lightning, trying to grip the tentacle that's grabbed a hold of you. Go for
Trying
it.
Great
to.
song.
Do I just click the?
Click the shock and grasp.
Yeah, there we go. All right, sweet.
You do hit it.
Sweet.
19.
Sweet. All right, so it takes 1d8 damage. I'll roll the damage, and it
It'd be 2 actually. Yeah.
Will take 8 points of lightning damage as the tentacle vibrates with that electric shock, an electric feel.
does it drop me, or can I shake free? Since it doesn't can't make opportunity attacks, I'm gonna try to get away from it.
Let's say it does not drop you. If anything, it holds on tight as its muscles grip flex.
The
All right,
spasm.
you say that, but can we pull everybody else? Does everyone else think that that happens? No, it's accurate. This is D&D
the
by
majority
democracy.
Hey,
Yeah,
you don't
D&D
know
by
it. You don't know
democracy.
until you know. You know.
Second opinion,
Alright.
actually. Can I get another
That's-
DM in here real quick and have them rule on it as well?
Hmm.
Let's see. I want to do something. Let me just read real quick because this is still new. Tobias is within 60 feet from me.
He absolutely is.
True. I'm also within
Um,
60 feet. I'm not hurt, though. Because I know what you're going to do.
You don't know what I'm gonna do.
We all know what you're gonna do.
I can
All
see
right,
it in
well,
your mind.
you
I can
hold-
see
In that
it
case,
formulating in your mind palace.
I'm going to just like my mind. You get out of my mind.
You
palace.
hold no
It's a
cards.
Just at the
naughty,
door.
Dirty place. It's a naughty, dirty place there. You don't want to be in there. I'm gonna look over to Tobias, and it's gonna be just. It's not gonna be like a. Well, I don't know if it has to be like verbal or anything like that, but I'm just going to acknowledge that he is hurt and not in an advantageous position, and he is going
Namaste.
to-
You see him.
Yeah, he's going to get a little something something.
Just hit him with that I see you, Jake Sully.
As Tobias's wounds just like on their own start to glow with this light. How many dice
yeah.
are you using?
How many I could use?
You can use them all if you
modifiers?
want.
Like- Nah, I don't want to do that.
That's
Let's,
that down there healing light you'll see as your bonus action.
Okay,
I think you
so
can use up to your modifier at once, though.
Okay.
let's
Not that you should use that many, just saying that's
So you,
No,
so you
that's
can
the
use
limit.
5 if you want.
I don't want to use 5 at one
Three,
go.
maybe?
Let's use 3.
2, 3.
Yeah, let's use 3. I'm gonna take off 3, so it's just 3d6.
3d6.
Yeah, no modifier, I believe.
No.
Yeah.
Tobias should get healed
One,
for
two, three.
6.
It's not great. But
It's a
not
bonus
nothing.
bonus action free heal. As Malcolm, you are
60
being
feet.
flung around. You just look over at Tobias as he's getting up from being beaten. That will take us to the Odiug. Go with this guy down
Like,
here.
chill, man.
This Odiug down here is going to snap out at Oblate. It tries to bite down onto you, getting a 15 to hit.
Does that hit you?
Does not hit me.
And its
Hey.
other tentacle will also try to get Oblate. Getting a 23 to hit.
Probably.
That one's gonna hit, but I'm gonna.
Gonna do your best deflecting. 7
Yeah,
points of
deflect.
piercing, so you definitely deflect all of it.
Yeah, get
It's
deflected.
its second
Get
tentacle, which
deflected.
is its eyes, is gonna try to grab a hold of you, so it won't do damage. If it would hit you, get a 10. Missing,
Completely
Man,
whiffs.
as it's
man has skill.
as it
Man
barely
had to close
gotten
its
out of
eyes
the
to grab
water.
him.
The other one wandering around aimlessly as it's trying to chomp down onto Rythan. It actually is going to slam both of Rythan and Malcolm on the ground and into each other. And
Now kiss.
now kiss. Yeah. I would like
He's playing with
both,
his action figures.
both of you to give me Constitution saving throws.
Good. Is this a poison effect?
It is not.
Then I don't have advantage. But I am still blessed.
You are still blessed. You got 24 and 26. You would each take 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And then it's going to try to bite Rythan,
Bring it.
getting a 15 to hit.
15 doesn't hit.
As it's
actually.
too busy trying to get you two to smash into each other. That will take us to Dr. Jellybean.
Okay, so all of these guys are problems.
We're gonna
Turns
find out if
out.
we still have bless.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, Constitution save from Malcolm
took
for
damage.
Bless, yeah.
Mhm.
Just DC 10.
Why?
Oh,
Why do you keep rolling
okay.
twos?
Why?
I can't,
Bless.
I
Why
can't
do I
fix
roll
this.
on low on that?
Bless is gone.
That's
Right.
fine.
Well,
We're
you'd
no
rather
longer blessed
you'd rather
amongst
lose
people.
Bless than happen whatever happens if you failed the previous con save. So you're good. It's all good. No one's blessed anymore.
Okay.
Dr. Jellybean, you feel that magic fade from you. What are you doing?
Oh. Okay.
God no longer smiling upon us.
This one is being real bad. Real bad guy here.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's kind of coming
So-
towards you.
I'm gonna try, now that I see that he has 3 eyeballs on one of his tentacles, I'm gonna try to cast blindness on him.
Okay.
Could blind this guy with his one eye. This
I want to
giant
blind
idiot.
him too. I want to blind him too. Don't worry.
We'll
I
get
want to
there.
blind everybody.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Are you just casting it on this one guy, or are you upcasting it to do more? Can you do more?
Can I do that? If I
I don't know. Is that how it works?
I don't know. Can you upcast
I don't know.
blindness?
I can do that with a higher
like-
level spell
I was
slot.
like, I don't actually know. Let me look at blindness deafness.
Yeah.
Especially
So,
in
yeah.
the change.
So I'll do it at level 3, I guess, and I'll try to get the big guy too.
You could do it at level 4 and get
Yeah.
all of them.
Do you need to
Heck
move
yeah!
to
120 feet.
It's
the mid
100
range? It's 120.
120.
I didn't know the range. That's what I was like.
I have a 4th level spell slot. I'll do it. I'll try to
Okay.
get them all.
As this
Lady
inky
said, I don't want
darkness,
nobody seeing me.
inky darkness extends
your eye.
out from your tablet towards them. They will make Constitution saves. The con save? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
DC 15.
They got a 12, an 11,
Hmm?
and the big boy.
Oh god. Come on, bad roll.
Come on.
You got a
shut back
16?
on.
He's got,
Oh.
he has
What?
advantage.
Big boy is not blinded.
Okay.
As his eye flickers as that darkness gets close to his eyeball. And just blinks it
Okay.
away.
All right. The
But
other two.
The other
though-
two are blind. Anything else for the good
Giant
doctor?
has a magic eye.
Anything else for the doctor? No. That'll be it for me.
Alright, this Fomorian, this large giant folk, will, kind of blinking its eye around, will recklessly start to flail out at the little ant at its feet. Shmudo potato! And calling you a little potato.
Is that German too?
Getting a 16
No,
to hit
that
Tobias'
wasn't.
Time Ghost.
As it dodges out of the way.
Alright. It will swing again.
That's fair.
Getting a 22.
Yeah, time ghost is gone.
Time Ghost disappears once more. And the Fomorian will, from atop its space here, gets a little bit closer. Actually, you know what? Yeah, it's happy up there. That's a good safe spot. Safe space. It's a safe space.
It's not.
Taking us to Oblate.
It really ain't.
I'm gonna get punchy on this guy. And then see what happens after that.
Get punchy. You have advantage because it's blind.
True. You do not be seeing them attacks you be making.
Mm-mm.
Okay, then I'm also gonna... Where is it? Where is it?
Where are they?
Rogue's going. I will... Oh, it's not even a bonus. I always feel it's a bonus. I'm gonna try to stunning strike this guy.
Yeah, just whenever you attack, you can always stunning strike them.
As long as you hit, I think.
Yeah, as long as you hit.
Oh, and you said I have an advantage.
You do have advantage,
so-
because we know a 14 hits.
Go again.
Do it again.
That is going to be
15 plus
a...
probably
Yes.
is good.
Yeah.
Minimal effort.
There we go. So, there's that.
It will
Here
make it'll
is-
make a con save. But you got a 12 on. These guys get insane bonuses to con saves, but they suck.
Doesn't matter when you roll bad.
It doesn't matter when you roll bad. They take 11 points of damage. As you see the arm just kind of flop down onto the ground. It's tentacles. One of them covered in inky darkness.
But it's still up.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Totally
Yeah.
still up.
Never
Yeah.
a question.
Yeah.
Go fight
Obviously.
a giant.
I'm gonna kill this thing. He's got the giant.
First
But
things
it can't do
first.
anything until your next turn.
You know what? You're right.
Just saying, you just use stunning fist on it.
I'll turn to the giant and take a shot with my pistol.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you will.
Yeah, you shoot that giant. As a bunch of pustules just pop all over him. For 8 points of damage.
And then, I mean, I might as well do it. Might as well. I'm just gonna bonus action flurry blows the
Yeah.
tentacle. thing.
Add advantage.
I'm right here. Yeah.
Right?
Advantage
Might as
twice
well.
because it can't see and it's stunned.
Oh boy. 23 will hit. For 11 more damage. Yes, a 26 hits. For
Bang,
13 maximum damage. As this thing, it's about to try to sink back into the waters, but it's stunned. It's still up. Very badly hurt.
And that is all for me.
And we'll take us to right then.
Yeah, this thing can't see me.
It cannot. It's still holding on to you, but it cannot see you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit it with an X.
That you know of.
West is off. If it sees me, it sees me.
It does not. You have advantage.
Do I roll with advantage?
Yeah,
Okay.
you do.
I'll crit it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. That is
Whoa.
fair.
That's the thing you can do.
That's a good choice.
That is a
That's
good
what I would
choice.
do every time.
As
It's
it's
27
it's
enough.
blinded, you can see the one eye, like the tentacle trying to feel like it's trying to get out of the darkness, and its mouth snapping out on the ground, taking your axe. But tell me, how do you end this creature?
Good old fashioned, probably just like a two chop. I like chop off the one that's holding me, and then I just like chop it somewhere like in wherever one of its, because it says like three.
It's
mouth
three
sections,
mouth
right?
open, yeah.
So just kind of like catch it in one of its spots, so it just kind of goes deep into its body.
Splitting its jaw, essentially. Yeah.
And then I started. We actually got moved close to each other.
You did.
Gain. Roll, please. Oh, right, it's messing up for some reason. So,
Roll
nothing.
better.
No, I like won't roll it on the thing.
Right.
So get 9 temporary HP.
Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Malcolm gets 9 temp.
Yeah, that'd have been the start of my turn.
Anything else
actually.
for Rythan as you are dropping?
I've got one. Let's see how far I got. It's like 10 feet up,
Yeah.
something like that. Because I have a climb speed, do I actually use more than the 10 feet to get up there?
No, you can get up there next to it.
Cool. I'll get up there next to it.
Okay.
I have an attack, and then I have my bonus attack.
Yeah.
From
Kind of using that
Critting.
same as you dragging your axe along and leap up, we'll say, in this moment.
Yeah, just
Using that
I'd probably
momentum.
just like climb up over this thing and just kind of
Yeah,
leap off of it.
jumping
Alright,
up
and
to
we'll
this
hit it.
creature.
With an axe.
Hitting with an axe. You hit it with
Does
your
15
axe.
hit?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Boom.
Take 14 points of damage.
And then I'll hit it with my axe as a bonus action from having crit this turn.
Absolutely.
I assume that hits.
That definitely hits.
I'll do mad damage, but
For 12 more. You're cutting into him, just leaking fluid.
Yeah.
That will take us to Tobias.
I'm gonna create another time ghost.
Another time ghost?
Right.
another one.
Another one, and it is going to. Actually, it still is Vex, so advantage. So here goes short sword.
All right.
Advantage.
24 will hit. Wasn't your last attack a Dungeon Sunsaw, though?
No, because it wasn't the offhand. It was action, so I didn't
Oh,
have an
okay.
offhand attack. So here goes
Yeah, you double
another
action.
one with advantage,
All right.
and then as I'm doing that, I'll sheathe my sunsaw and I will fling a dagger at the Otiak.
Like from you yourself.
Yeah, for me
Okay.
myself.
Absolutely hitting.
Pink.
For 9 more damage.
And I'm still not moving away.
No?
Wait, you don't think it's going to attack me instead?
All
No, I
right.
think if I try to move away, they'll take advantage.
That will take us to Malcolm.
We're gonna go with an old classic here and
Yeah.
fire off a couple Eldritch.
Hey, the
Blasts
classics
at
are great.
That tall
Love it.
gentleman,
Got to play the hits.
Yeah.
the back knee.
Tried and true.
Yeah.
I've,
Back
I've just been
Street's
playing
back,
hit
all
it with
right.
the great axe.
Yeah.
It's a tried and true classic. Everybody loves it.
Right.
Fan favorite.
Interesting.
Hit it with the great axe crit, and you just go. The crowd goes wild. They love it.
Can't get enough.
Doing that.
So you notice when you Eldritch Blast this time, the
Because I'm clicking the wrong thing. That's why.
clicking the wrong thing. When you Eldritch Blast this time, they would be golden streaks of light. You don't have Bless, but you
Yeah, it
do
does
hit
have
with
Bless,
you do
doesn't
hit
it?
with
Yep.
both of them. Absolutely.
Yeah, he still rolled really well.
My bad.
Bam.
For 13
Ooh, that's a
and
good roll.
14 for 27 points of damage into this thing. Anything else for Malcolm?
What else we got going around here? I think I am going to. How tall is that mushroom back there?
It's 5 feet up.
All right, I'm gonna kind of move back behind there since
Okay.
I know this thing's like
Yeah,
looking
behind
for
the
magic.
stone there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but is the
You
stone
see it.
taller
You see
than
its.
the
You
mushroom?
see its eye. No, it's about the same height.
All right, well, all right. Behind the stony mushroom barrier.
Yeah, the combined.
Fair
Right.
enough. That will take us to the stunned Odiug and Dr. Jellybean. Doctor, what's good?
I'm gonna say, Rythan, go fast,
Hasten?
and I'm gonna haste,
Oh, yeah?
Rythan.
Right.
I don't know if that's necessary.
You
but
feel
I'm
your
in.
feel your muscles tense up as, yeah, you can swing this axe so many times. This bad boy can
Yeah.
fit so many axe swings in it.
Do it! Do it more!
Fair enough.
Sure.
Anything else for the doctor?
I think I'm good where I am.
All right.
Feel pretty good. I'll move a little bit behind here in this mushroom patch.
Okay.
Behind this bush.
Clambering up on that rock there.
Quick Quick, Ghostcasters, hide.
Come on
They
back
can't see
here.
you.
That will take us
It'll
to
look through the
the
bush.
Fomorian, who is going to flail around once at Rythan.
Bring it. I'm all hopped up on Mountain
Getting
Dew
a
now.
17 to hit.
That doesn't hit now because I got plus 2 AC,
Oh,
baby.
I already rolled the damage. Fine. I was so used to it, I was like, yeah, that hits him.
It would have.
And then the club swings around with it, slams into the ground, then kind of back over to the shadow Tobias. You see, oh, Mugen Tugen! As it seems,
Tugen.
Mugen Tugen. As seemingly getting frustrated, getting a 12 against the shadow of Tobias. Its eye will gleam out towards Tobias.
Himself.
Tobias, I need a Constitution saving throw. Or Wisdom saving throw, sorry.
Okay.
The stinky eye.
I
As
think
it-
he's lucky.
As it gives you the stink eye. A 19. That is a success. You only take 10 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
That will end this creature's turn. Taking us back to Oblate. As this thing is starting to wake up. It's still blinded, though. Actually,
No.
No, because of
God.
haste.
Give it
it
up,
is
yeah,
no
for haste.
longer blinded, yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Ooh.
As it comes to snapping out at you. What are you up to, Oblate?
Does it come to now or does it come to after?
Stunned until the start of your turn.
Start.
Of your next turn.
Just beat it up.
Yeah. Gonna just go for some, yeah, let me go for a melee attack.
Okay.
Keep my agile parry, sorry.
17 will
Like a
absolutely
people's
hit.
elbow or something.
Oh, wait, but blindness, deafness isn't a concentration.
Is it not? I assumed it was.
No, it's not.
Oh, well, never mind.
Oh, well then you have advantage.
Nope, it
Yeah,
made it
advantage.
save. So at the end of its turn, it's no longer blinded. So there you go.
I
Problem solved.
Oh.
It will still take 13 points of damage, though.
Still get that
And
crap
then-
slapped at it.
I'll follow that up with a little pistol shot.
Yeah,
right.
pistol shooting.
Rooting into.
As you shoot into it, its mouth snapping up one final time. You see its tentacles rise out towards you as you shoot right into its mouth. It seems to almost swallow it and gurgle as it collapses to the ground and just sinks back into the waters that it came from.
No, my dagger.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
I guess the only thing left to do is run at this giant and
Kill a
do
giant.
flurry of blows.
I thought you were
It
gonna say
is
flip.
like 10 feet up, but you can easily like jump up there if you want. Like run over here or
I mean,
something.
I've got 40 speed.
Oh yeah, you can
I have a
easily
climbing speed?
like hop up some of these rope or the rocks and the foliage around. You can absolutely jump up there.
Okay.
It's not very
And I
hard.
will go about doing my silly little flurry of blows.
All right. It's so silly.
Hit it with the good old fashioned 1-2.
Right.
19 absolutely hits.
Nice.
13 points
damage.
of damage. 23 also hits.
Good
For
damage, good damage.
9
22.
more points of damage. As honestly, Oblate, you finish it off. What does it look like as you fell this massive giant?
So let's see what would be neat. First punch hits him sort of like in his midsection. He kind of buckles down just slightly, and I just do a flying knee to that shiny golden eyeball, and just crushing his face, his whole like orbital socket and all that. Just
Yeah.
kind of
He doesn't need
explodes
those.
on my knee.
As you crunch into his eye, that golden light would chaotically and erratically just kind of start exploding all over. You would see these cracks as its head just pops and it collapses to the
And
ground.
everyone makes a Constitution save because you're now covered in boil juice.
Every single one
I
of
got
its
the
swords
back knee.
burst at once.
You see Tobias immediately sheath his sword and dive after the Odio to get his
It
neck.
didn't go very far. It's still sitting at the top of the water.
We all
Oh.
become the Toxic Avenger.
Woo. And I feel really good for like up to 1 minute. Because
That's right.
like I'm all hopped up on drugs.
As you are hasted in this moment. But you have some ruins to look at and a cave space and other things around here. But that is where we're going to go ahead and end tonight. It's getting that time, but yeah, we'll end there. You're somewhere that this creature was trying to bang into the ceiling of.
Is that what he was doing?
Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was banging in the ceiling. But you're at the
Banging
harbor.
on the ceiling.
I thought it was beating
Whatever.
on a trash can.
I was
Yeah.
going banging
Yeah.
on the trash cans and dancing on the ceiling. So yeah.
I got you.
Dancing in the moonlight.
Yep.
Dance.
Well, that's Van
Yeah.
Morrison. The other was Lionel Richie and the Commodores. We're a little bit all over.
So,
It seemed like
you know.
general era.
We're
Yeah.
eclectic.
Yeah.
I
But
thought one was Doug.
that's what
One of
that was
them
the
is
first one.
Doug.
That was the first one I got.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you for watching, folks, and join
Thank
us
you.
next time, and we'll see what this quote unquote harbor may hold.
May Harbor.
Yes.
Oh,
May Harbin.
Harbor.
the
The harbor.
Harbinger.
yeah, the harbinger of
Harboring. Let's see what
It-
the harbor
The
Anyway.
harbinger of
Yeah.
the harbor harbors.
night, everyone.
Good night, Internet. Good night, Twitch.
Peace.